Welcome to another episode of Tech Deep Dive, where we explore the fascinating and sometimes perplexing world of technology. Today, we're diving into a topic that's crucial for anyone working with Android apps, APK signing, and a recent vulnerability that's been making waves in the open source community. So what's the deal? A group of researchers recently uncovered some significant flaws with F-Droid's APK signing process. Let's break down what that means and why it matters. First, for those who might not be familiar, APK signing is an essential part of Android app security. Every APK, or Android application, needs to be signed with a digital certificate to ensure that the app hasn't been altered and comes from a legitimate source. The researchers began investigating these APK signing issues back in 2021 at the request of F-Droid, an open-source platform for Android apps. Their work led to a publication detailing how the Android APK signature scheme versions 2 and 3 can allow the embedding of arbitrary data in the signing block. This means that different APKs could theoretically have the same valid signature, but behave completely differently, which is a huge red flag. What's particularly alarming is that there's a discrepancy between how F-Droid checks certificates versus how Android does. This is where it gets a bit technical. But bear with me. The standard flow that Android uses checks certificates in a sequence that looks at version 3 signatures first, then version 2, and finally, version 1. However, F-Droid's process looks at it backward, starting with version 1. Now, what's the big deal about that? This allows for a scenario where a malicious API could slip through, as F-Droid might initially check a potentially invalid or bogus certificate if it's using version 1 first. In simpler terms, it's like a security guard at a venue who decides to check the less secure entrance before the main doors. You can imagine how that might lead to some dangerous visitors getting in. This leads us into some real-world implications. One of the researchers, Andreas Itchak-Rehberg, pointed out how different tools like APK Signer and AndroGuard handle duplicate signatures differently. This can lead to situations where a malicious actor could alter the signing block without detection from F-Droid. Essentially, it permits an attacker to bypass the security measures that are supposed to keep users safe. As time went on, further updates to F-Droid's server ended up implementing changes that were aimed at addressing these issues, but those fixes themselves were flawed. Some attempts to bring about a fix led to oversights, which means the vulnerabilities persisted even after the patches supposedly rolled out. At this point, you might be asking yourself, what can I do to protect myself? Well, the researchers strongly recommend using the official APK-Sig library for verifying APK signatures. This library provides a more robust, expert-backed way to handle APK signatures without the pitfalls that might arise from custom implementations. As we wrap up today's discussion, it's crucial to highlight two main takeaways. First, the integrity of APK signing is vital for security within the Android ecosystem, and these vulnerabilities raise serious questions about the reliability of current systems. Secondly, staying informed about the tools and libraries we use in app development can make a significant difference in ensuring that our applications remain secure against potential threats. And that's a wrap for today's episode. If you found this information useful or intriguing, make sure to subscribe for more deep dives into tech topics that matter. Until next time, stay secure and keep questioning the code.